Alright, 11. Good.
Singapore has a vehicle that crashed. We do have a 911 reporting that the driver is running away from the vehicle. Black jacket, blue jeans, dark hair, running away from the scene.
10-4, I'll right off heading that way. Right now we're headed to help the traffic unit that's trying to stop the vehicle. The vehicle's attempted to elude him and get away from him, and crashed into a hotel and is now out on foot, running away from him.
And his actions have already put lives at risk.
There are 2 kids that are hurt back then. A female that's also in the car, not able to move right now. He just took off and just fled. There's also now a fire at the crash scene. The sergeant that was on the traffic stop there got an ID on him and found out the guy has 5 warrants. Would explain running. Correct, 11 to Tango 4. Yeah. The car went off of a bank about 4 foot high, and he hit a water tower at about 12, 13 feet up above the ground level. Where's the ones that took off on foot?
He's last seen on that way.
Okay. I'll take off looking for them, huh? Okay. Let's go. First 2011. Tango 4. Needs more people to start looking for the driver who took off on foot.
Fairbanks City 11. I was contacted by a witness that they saw the driver run towards the Mitchell overpass and the on-ramp heading north and ran into the woodline.
First level, I'll head that way. Try to get to him before he gets to the river. We've got an area that we believe he's in blocked off right now. We've got a perimeter around it. It's a fairly small group of trees in the middle of a on-ramp area. Fairbanks 11, I'll be out with 23. He was seen running into one of the wooded areas here that we're all sitting around.
But the city of Fairbanks is surrounded by miles and miles of wilderness. So the odds of finding the suspect are stacked against them.
We don't have any canine on duty right now, so we're trying to call one in and see if there's one available off duty. If we're not able to get a canine, then we'll just have to start searching on foot. Was he last seen run into the trees to your left or between you and I?
Hey, right there!
Chris, right in front of me.
Here's right back! You look your hand!
Got him. 1 to 10. 35 go.
And he's not empty-handed.
Just came off of him out there.
He popped up on just the other side of the road. So I pointed at him and you looked back and...
I saw him running back down the bank. As soon as he said, hey, I saw him feeling back down the bank.
With the scene secure, Trooper Rollo heads back to the crash site to assess the damage.
See how bad it caved in? You don't realize how much it's caved in until you look at it from the side.
Yeah.
He crashed his vehicle at approximately over 100 miles an hour. I applied for a warrant for the vehicle to try to find some reason that he actually ran from us and why he was willing to take such a risk.
Troopers impound the vehicle so they can get some answers. And with warrant in hand, Sergeant Jess Carson starts his search.
It's a handgun case with a handgun inside of it. The action's back, the safety is off. In essence, if this is loaded, which it has 16 rounds, it appears, and a bullet in the chamber. It was ready to go. All the individual had to do was grab it and pull the trigger. And we have cocaine. We have crystal methamphetamine. We have marijuana. We have more crystal meth, some form of prescription narcotic of some kind, black tar heroin,
This suspect's luck's run out. If charged for the drugs in the car, he faces up to 36 years of jail time.
The reason I originally tried contacting an individual is I was just conducting routine traffic patrol. At that point, I was pulling him over just for speeding. The fact that we caught him is exciting for us because people who are willing to do anything to get away are the most dangerous type of suspects. But he's where he belongs, and that's in jail. His family's safer today, the community of Fairbanks is safer today, and the Alaska State Troopers are safer today.
440 miles northwest, and just a stone's throw from the Arctic Circle, lies the city of Kotzebue. A 3-mile spit of gravel, home to a little over 3,000 residents, and Trooper Tim Smith's base of operations. And today, he is heading out on a daunting mission.
What I'm trying to do this weekend is what I call a roundup. We have 9 villages out of Kotzebue that we cover. I'm assigned for my patrol area to 3 of them, Kobuk, Shungnak, and Ambler. When somebody has a warrant for their arrest or we have new crimes that are committed, just due to the resources that it takes to get out, I'll just try to come up and round them up all at once.
Most of the offenders Smith's after have warrants for a crime that's the scourge of many rural communities.
I have a total of 4 bootleggers that arrest warrants have come out for. Bootlegging out here is a big problem. A 750 bottle of alcohol, of whiskey or vodka, will usually go for about $300 a year. So there's a lot of incentive for these guys to try to bootleg or to manufacture here, and it just doesn't do any good for the village.
He's headed to the villages of Kobuk, Shungnak, and Ambler, which sit clustered together on the Kobuk River 150 miles east of Kotzebue. And he'll have his work cut out for him. Many of the area's inhabitants are linked by extended family relations and move between the villages on a regular basis.
It's going to be logistically difficult. We've got 3 villages here, but we have so much country out in this area. So a lot of times, just when I think I got it in the bag, and then I go to somebody's house where I think they're going to be, I find out that they just slipped out on me.
His first stop is the 270-person village of Shungnak. Luckily, Smith won't have to work alone.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
He joins forces with a local law enforcement legend, 64-year-old village public safety officer Leslie Otis Rolls.
I'm originally from Texas. I've been here in Shungnak over 15 and a half years, going on 16 years out here. I always wanted to be back in the olden days when, you know, and this is kind of like that, you know. You have to really know how to survive. You walk away from this village or anything, you better have a gun because you got bears and wolves and everything. It's just a challenge. Come on in, fix stuff at home. When it gets real cold in here, just turn the oven on and then open up the door. Yeah, it's old time, like Matt Dillon, you know.
Fortunately, I've got Otis to help me. He's been an asset in this region for 15 years. He knows the rivers and he knows the people. They know him and they respect him. So we get to use his corporate knowledge, as I call it, out here, and use his expertise in finding these guys.
But before they begin rounding up their suspected bootleggers...
Is he back behind the school or what? Down by the pump house?
Smith gets a tip on a different suspect he's been hunting.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks. We'll keep an eye out. Thank you. He was down by the river, and he might have spotted us coming up from the river.
The officers switch gears and head out after the man.
This guy continuously and repetitively is violating protective order. The last time we tried to arrest him, he ran on foot. It took off in flip-flops, ran 15 miles back to Kobuk. Hopefully he doesn't do the same thing.
But when they arrive at the river,
They're trying to get the bear.
a local man alerts them of an even bigger threat, the sighting of a nearby brown bear.
They just side, other side of the gym.
Is it a big one?
Yeah, I think it's a brown bear. My cousin found.
Okay.
I get a chance to shoot at it.
And it was last seen in the same area as their suspect.
This guy that lives out of town, he saw him last night.
Oh, that place back behind the school, going back that way?
Where the bear came up?
Yeah, yeah.
He was in the hill there last night.
Okay, let's go this way.
The officers load up and then split up to track down both the bear and their man.
Just wait down below, and then I'll go down the stairs, and if I flush them out, then we're good, okay? All right. Hey, you seen this bear? Is he big? Big one? Okay. We'll see which one we find first.
Hopefully, they're suspect, because brown bears can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and easily rip a man to shreds.
This is actually a cache here for this house, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's hiding out there today. State Troopers. The guy we're looking for is continuously and repetitively violating a protective order. This is actually a cache here for this house, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's hiding out there today. State Troopers.
But he's not the only threat in these woods.
This is exactly where the bear was last told to be, was right at this corner. So, how ironic that we're also looking for our guy with a warrant in the exact same spot. Got a bear track here, medium-sized grizz.
No bears, but no suspect either.
I'm not convinced he's not back here, but I'm pretty convinced he's not in plain view. The thing about this guy is, he's for probably the last 22 years, he's been walking back and forth between Shungnak and Kobuk and has lived up here. I'm working on my second year, so I'm still learning all the hiding spots.
Trooper Smith heads back to the river to meet up with Otis Rolls, the village public safety officer.
Okay, all right.
And he has some new intel.
Okay, all right. Went upriver.
He ran all the way to Kobuk, right? Where's he at?
And, don't know, probably in that little cache that he got, there's a little bed in there and everything. He might be in that.
Okay.
The village of Kobuk is just 7 miles away, but only reachable by plane or boat during the summer.
Okay. I'm pushing off. It seems logistically in Western Alaska, things never work out as you planned originally. People will pull me aside or call us, give us tips. So you got to be pretty fluid.
The Kobuk River is so windy, their journey will take more than an hour.
Usually I'm coming in by an airplane and he runs. So hopefully we get to town and he's not expecting us by boat and I can get the drop on him, see if we can locate him.
If the local alarm doesn't give them away first.
You can be quiet as you want. You're not going to creep up on a German Shepherd. The problem with Kobuk is that it's so small, we don't have much of a presence here. So we don't have a four-wheeler, so I'm always walking everywhere. Whenever I'm looking for people, they can usually get from one side to the other before I can, and word travels fast. Try the other side.
The wanted man is nowhere to be found. So Smith and Otis connect with one of Kobuk's village police officers.
You haven't seen huh? Not since he ran from you?
Yeah.
And discover the suspect is accused of a new crime.
He stole some stuff from the plant.
What did he steal?
Hand wipes and Lysol.
Hand wipes and Lysol? Was he going to drink the Lysol, or was he was going to drink Lysol?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw him?
That day when he ran. I think on Sunday.
On Sunday? Thanks.
The law may not know where he is,
What's happening?
but a local villager might.
Hey, you seen it all?
Yeah, I just noticed he was staying in that little trash bin.
Where at? So this is the trash can this guy's supposed to be crashing in. Doesn't look like it'd be too comfortable, but I guess it'll keep you out of the rain.
This suspect's willing to do whatever it takes to stay one step ahead of troopers.
Somebody's been napping down here.
After coming up empty in the village, Trooper Smith's last hope is a fish camp outside of town.
Hello? How you doing, guys? Hey, I was just wondering if it was back over here.
Might be past 340s.
No luck,
Okay.
but Smith's trip to Kobuk isn't a total waste. He stumbles across another wanted man.
You got a warrant, man. They indicted you at grand jury. Yeah, for that homebrew. I'll let you collect your stuff, okay? All right? It seems logistically in Western Alaska, things never work out as you planned originally. So you got to be pretty fluid, kind of semper gumby.
And that flexibility allows Smith an opportunity to connect with an Inupiaq elder.
Hey, how you doing, Vera? Good to be back up at camp?
Yeah.
How long you been coming up here?
Mama and we used to stay for a long time when I was a little girl.
You've been coming to this spot for probably 80 years?
Yeah.
Holy cow. I want to get you back today and we'll get you to Raymond as soon as we can, okay? And that way we'll, hopefully they'll set you some conditions so you can come back here. I know Vera needs the help. It's good to see you again. Thank you for the coffee. I appreciate it. And I'm glad I got to see your camp. All right, we'll see you later. Thank you. You ready to go, bud? Okay.
Trooper Smith's turn of luck continues.
Oh, okay.
Otis gets word that back in Shungnak, village police have nabbed the rest of the suspects they were originally after.
All right. You ready, Otis?
Ready. Come next down.
Once there, they round up the suspects for the flight back to the trooper post in Kotzebue.
Everybody's going in the trailer.
The suspected bootleggers face up to $1,500 in fines and 3 days in jail.
All the way to the front.
But the elusive suspect is still on the lam.
It seems like I'm always one step behind him. He's just a real slippery guy. And so I didn't snag him this weekend, but I ended up getting one person out of Kobuk, 4 out of Shungnak. It basically allows me to get enough work done so that I'm not wasting efforts and wasting flights up. So undoubtedly I'll probably be looking for him again next weekend, but I'll find him.
520 miles southwest on the Kenai Peninsula.
3310 Catmac Zero.
Trooper David Chaffin is on swing shift in the small community of Anchor Point when he receives a disturbing call.
2033 calls appointment is being assaulted by her husband. Reports been going on since 4 p.m.
3310 is this in progress?
Unknown. Third-party report. She's not allowing her to leave the residence.
10-4. A lady's mom is calling and reporting that she thinks that her daughter's being beat up by her boyfriend or husband.
2033 keeps thinking he quit drinking, but maybe on pills.
He actually has some pretty significant assault history. The last time we were out there for something similar to this, he was running around the house, chasing his wife with a shotgun and shooting it out the back door.
2033 calls appointment is being assaulted by her husband. Reports been going on since 4 p.m.
10-4. A lady's mom is calling and reporting that she thinks that her daughter's being beat up by her boyfriend or husband. The last time we were out there for something similar to this, he was running around the house, chasing his wife with a shotgun and shooting it out the back door. It's hard to say what's going on. It could be anything. 3326. Police! State Troopers! Yeah. How are you doing, guys?
What happened to this?
What's that?
What happened to all of a sudden?
What do you mean? Okay, well, I'm here to make sure everyone's all right because we got a call for a welfare check.
Am I going to jail tonight?
Put your hands behind your back. Like,
No,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
get yourself
no,
in trouble.
no, no,
Stop.
no.
Put your hands behind your back. Stop.
What's going on?
It's okay.
So you're taking me to
No,
jail?
I'm not taking you to jail, but you're making me uncomfortable here. Put your hands behind your back. Stop, dude. You're gonna get taken to the ground. You understand me? Relax. Bring me first. Put your hands behind your back. So you're being detained for my safety and yours. Okay?
What did I do?
Relax your hands, bud. Relax your hands. Okay?
What did I do?
Well, I got a call for a welfare check, and then you came outside and you started amping up on me, man.
I'm going to jail.
What's that?
Am I going to jail?
to talk to you if you would
Give me a minute, okay, man? You guys get in a fight or something today?
No.
Why is her mom calling and asking me to check on her?
Whose mom?
Her mom.
I didn't know anything about that, dude.
Okay. Did you take her phone away?
No.
All right.
No.
Go ahead and put your slippers on here, man.
I'm going to jail?
No, we're just going to have a seat in my car until I figure out what's up.
No, I know where I'm going.
Right off the bat, he stumbled up to the back door and gave me a 1,000-yard stare. I mean, he wasn't looking at me, he was looking through me, which is an indicator of aggression. A lot of times people will zone out before they attack. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's walk. Okay?
Why are you being mean to me?
You keep pulling away from me, man. Pull away from me. We're gonna
Not
have
pulling
problems.
away from me. I don't want to walk in the mud.
Stop, dude.
You want to wrestle?
No, I really...
I have done nothing but sit in my house and be a good...
Now you're going to jail, dude. Because you keep pulling away from me, and I've told you several times.
Can I stop this?
No, we're going to jail. Get in the car. Come on, we're on the side.
Yeah, what do you got?
30. 80 disorderly conduct.
No.
Let's sit in the car, please. Okay.
I was trying to go to bed. What time is it?
What? It's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time to go to bed.
Need your face away from me. I'll be straight up with you. You're not acting right now. You're not acting like yourself. And I've talked to you before. I've talked to you before when you haven't been like this. So I'm worried about you. Okay? Are you gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah, take me to jail.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Hang tight.
The man now faces disorderly conduct charges and a possible $2,000 fine, as well as 90 days in jail.
Can I come in? Is that okay? Do you know how many pills he took? Do you have any idea?
I don't.
So you're saying that he didn't do anything to threaten you or hurt you, right? Didn't break anything in the house, nothing like that happened. He just took too many pills and he's acting crazy.
Yeah.
She indicated to me that there wasn't any violence this time, and more than anything, she was concerned for his safety. And this is something you see pretty often with people that are super high on alcohol or other drugs, is they ride a roller coaster. You know, they're fairly compliant and they're easy to deal with, and then they'll come back up, the lamp back up. You're just having a bad night, man.
Yeah, so let's take it.
150 miles northeast, in the Matsu Valley, Trooper Christopher Havens spots a three-wheeler on a dangerous joyride.
We're gonna go see if we can contact him. Markham will be 25 tonight.
But before he can catch up to the suspect, the ATV takes off.
Like trying to follow ATV seems to be actively trying to get away from here.
But Trooper Havens' patrol car struggles to keep up.
ATVs, I mean, they're quick. When they're off-road, they can cut in and out of where our patrol car can't go.
Finally, the ATV pulls to a stop.
1036 ATV. How are you doing today? Good. Hey, I'm Satya. You can't be riding on the road like that. Also, when you're crossing the streets, you gotta make sure you stop before you go across.
Okay, I was just trying to cross safely.
I know, but you gotta make sure you stop and then go across. So you pretty much gotta obey the rules of the road when you're on an ATV, okay? Do you have a license with you?
I don't. I was just...
No license with you whatsoever?
No.
Okay. No ID?
No, sir.
What's your name? Okay, how tall are you?
5'7".
And can I see your eyes? Okay. No ID on you whatsoever?
No, sir.
Do you have anything on you that I need to be concerned with? Any weapons?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
you mind if I step up real quick? I'm just going to check and make sure you don't have any knives, guns, anything that's going to do anything to hurt me, all right?
All I have is keys, my phone.
Go ahead and stand up there. All right, turn around.
But when Havens pats the man down,
Oh, do my ID.
Yep, you do. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, just go ahead and hang tight and wait. I'm sorry, you won't be 25. Things are kind of looking a little suspicious. 10-4, go ahead.
25, 1097 is Darla Delta 3 November.
the man doesn't have any warrants.
He's on probation for vehicle theft.
But his history piques Havens' interest.
You don't have anything on you that I need to be concerned with? No drugs, no alcohol, you're not under any influence of alcohol, no? Perfect. This is yours then?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Do you have, where's the VIN number located on this?
It's sold through, or I'm not even sure where.
It's just a Honda 3-wheel?
Yeah.
How long have you had it for?
I've had it for 2-3 years now.
2 or 3 years?
3 years probably.
Okay.
The ATV checks out.
You don't have any warrants for your arrest?
No,
No,
sir.
you're not doing anything wrong?
Nothing like that.
Perfect.
Just enjoying the sunshine.
There you go. Here's your ID back.
So Havens leaves him with just a warning.
Okay.
I do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
It's August, the beginning of moose season.
Back on 518, 10-8, 10-19, Topita.
And wildlife troopers throughout the state have their hands full policing the thousands of hunters flooding the woods.
We're heading to a call up at Kings River here, north of Sutton. And the individual said that there was 3 hunters that had shot and killed a bull moose that did not meet the legal requirements. So we're going to go up and attempt to make contact with those hunters and check their moose out.
Alaska is home to 175,000 moose, and every year, hunters legally take roughly 7,000. But for those who don't play by the rules and kill undersized moose, penalties can range from $10,000 in fines, seizure of all hunting equipment, and jail time.
We have several people that shoot an animal and get up to it and realize that it's not a legal animal. And they do the right thing and call us, and it's called a self-turn-in. On the other hand, if people shoot an illegal animal and don't do the right thing and turn themselves in, then the consequences are a lot greater. MACON 518, I'll be at 10-6 at the Kings River parking area. I'll probably be out of cell phone and radio range. We're on our way. This has got a real brief description, 3 hunters and a black lab. And I've got a good idea of where this hunting party is at. It's up the Kings River Trail, about 10 miles away from where we're at right now. It's remote. We've got a long trek across a big ravine and valley to check this kill site and make sure that this animal is legal.
After 10 miles of grueling driving,
There's some people? Yes, indeed. 3 hunters with a black lab and a moose. It's got to be the same animal. We'll go make contact with them and check it out. Anytime that we're out in the field like this, anything can happen. Sometimes the reaction that people have is surprised, and it's not a good situation. Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? State Wildlife Troopers. I hear you guys got an animal, huh?
That's the rumor going around.
Fantastic. Who shot it?
This guy.
Can I take a look at your license and harvest ticket?
Yep.
Okay, have you ever shot a moose before?
Nope.
Mm-hmm. You know what the regulations are?
3 and 1.
a legal bull must have antlers that reach at least 50 inches across, or have at least 3 points called brow tines on the lower part of one antler.
So this is one brow tine, okay? And then this is 2 here.
Still need 5E3 in the air for anything?
No.
The bigger palm on the...
No. Brow tines on a side. You've got 1 on that side there, okay? And there's 2 here. So you would need another one here and here.
Still need 5E3 in
Is
the
that
air for
3?
anything?
No.
The bigger palm on the...
No. And how many inches wide is that? Did you measure it?
Nope.
This hunter may have killed an undersized moose.
Well, let's see here. Why don't you hold on to we'll go to the widest point there. 43 there. All right.
You're telling me it's no good.
Yeah, this is an illegal animal, unfortunately, for this area.
He now possibly faces up to a $10,000 fine and a year in jail.
You know, when I came up and talked to you, you told me it was a legal animal. I would approach it a little bit different if you would have said, hey, I've got one that's illegal.
Wildlife Trooper Lindbergh gives the hunters one last chance to come clean.
After discussing it, what were you going to do?
Well, we're going to head down the trail, possibly call just to get it checked in case there's anything possibly wrong with it.
All right. If you didn't call, what were you going to do?
Well, we're going to call just to call, just to make sure.
I appreciate your honesty, guys. If you would have stood here and argued about that was a legal animal, I think I would have had a little more concern.
So Lindbergh only cites them for unintentionally taking an illegal animal.
And you've got to appear in court.
Which will likely only cost them a few $100s.
I have to seize the meat because it's an illegal animal, and I have to seize the antlers. Now, we need to get this meat down.
These hunters get a big break and a valuable lesson in conservation.
Anytime that we're out in a field like this, anything can happen. We'll seize the meat, and I'm going to contact a charity and have them meet us at the bottom of the mountain. Someone will eat well. It could have been a whole lot worse.
Back in the Matsu Valley,
Park spotter, 10-12 plate.
Trooper Andrew Galt is tracking a lawbreaker of his own.
I observed the vehicle, a dark colored Dodge Durango, I believe, without its front license plate affixed to the front bumper of the vehicle. We're going to go effect a traffic stop on it. Take your plate stop right away. How you doing, sir? I'm Trooper Galt with the State Troopers. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you today is you don't have a front plate affixed to your vehicle.
There's no front plate on there?
There's no front plate.
No way. Then
Way.
it must have came off.
Okay, do you have your driver's license on?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you. There's nothing in the vehicle, right? That,
No.
no? Just hang tight, I'll be back. He seemed very suspicious. You could see that his heart was beating really fast. I'm not sure if I can put my finger on it, but I might smell the odor of illicit substance coming from there. NCIC 1B44.
Galt calls dispatch to see if the driver has any drug-related priors.
10-4, does have any 3500 history? He lit up a cigarette, and cigarettes are sometimes used as masking agents to cover the smell of drugs or alcohol.
I'm not showing 3,500.
There we are. I'm just going to ask him about it and see what he says. I'm not sure if it's you or it's out here. There's nothing in the vehicle, right? Because I'm not sure if I smell marijuana coming from here or it's out here. There's no marijuana in the car. If it's just a little bit of weed, that's all. That's
exactly what it is.
It's just a little bit of weed.
It's a tiny bit of weed.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay. Why didn't you just tell me when I asked you? What I'm concerned about is if there's like 10 pounds of weed in here and you're a big drug dealer.
No, hell no. It's all I've got, sir. I swear.
Okay. Do you mind stepping out so I can just check to make sure? Can I have your consent? See, I could smell it from here. Every time it came, it hit me in my face. Do you have any weapons on you? What's this?
Oh, that's all I've got, sir. I swear.
Okay. Do you have any weapons on you? What's this?
Oh, that's my pipe. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, just your marijuana pipe? Okay. Can I have your consent to look to make sure there's no, like, not 10 pounds of weed in there?
Yeah, go look.
Okay, all right. 10-6 with a consent search.
Now, Trooper Galt must check every nook and cranny to ensure the driver is telling the truth.
I'm not finding any pounds and pounds of weed. Okay, so here's the deal. Got a little bit of weed. It's a misconduct involving a controlled substance in the 6th degree, which is a B misdemeanor.
I know it's bad. I know it's illegal to have it out here. I know. You know what it is my mom has a marijuana card.
Okay.
It's totally legal to grow. I
She
snagged
gave-
it
she-
from her. No, I snagged it.
The truth comes out. Now Galt must decide this man's fate.
You're going to step on it and you're going to grind it into the dirt, okay?
Okay, whatever. I'll do that for you.
Knock that weed out. You're honest. Being honest is good.
But there's one last issue to address.
That pipe is used for marijuana. You're going to have to break it, okay?
My mom's gonna crash $300 in that pipe. It's got solid gold, 24-karat gold ball in it. It's inlaid. It's lava rock ash. It's hand formed. I mean,
Well, unfortunately, when you have drugs in it, it becomes drug paraphernalia.
But the man's persistent.
she doesn't have no money, and it was everything. I told her that she's freaking nuts for doing
Okay.
it for me.
Knock the weed out of it and keep it. That's fine.
I can do that. That would, dude.
Don't carry it on you when you're driving. You're free to leave. I'm going to give you a warning.
Thank you very much.
Drive safe. The Alaska laws of marijuana possession differ for different amounts. And the amount this guy had is misconduct involving a controlled substance in the 6th degree. And as a state trooper, I kind of take a community policing role sometimes. If they're very honest with me, I'm not going to jam them up.
As the sun sets on the Kenai Peninsula, the laws of nature challenge the laws of man.
So we just got word from dispatch that there's a bear tearing into a smoke shack at our maximum security Alaska state prison. If people go out to their cars, try to leave, the bear's going to cause some issues and potentially go after people.
But this city's no stranger to close encounters with Alaska's wild.
There's a lot of bears in the Seward area, and when you have a population that grows or expands out into their area, you're going to have more interaction. And we have a lot of bear-human interactions in the Seward area. You know, anything wild is potential of being a threat.
Trooper Loring arrives in the area and searches for signs of the bear.
Now I need to make sure that I have a safe escape route. They're fast, they can cover a lot of ground. He might charge me, and next thing I know, I'm going to have to lethally pull my handgun out and try to shoot the bear and kill him, which I don't want to do. Oh, there he is right there. 1022, I have eyes on him. He's inside the building right now. There's trash cans all over the place. There's garbage all over the place. Clearly the bear was just tearing everything up inside. The bear's trying to get out the front door right now, so hopefully he doesn't open it.
Where there's a cub, there's often a mother nearby. And mothers will stop at nothing to protect their young, so troopers must be on high alert.
I've jumped on moose and stuff, but I've never messed around with bear cubs like this. I've talked to some locals here, and they said that they're unsure where the sow is. There's 2 other cubs, but this is a runt, so this is the smallest of the 3 cubs.
Bear cubs typically live with their mothers for around 2 years. And with the mother nowhere to be seen, people are its only chance of survival.
The chances of this bear surviving, if we let it go right now, are it won't survive the winter. So our overall goal here is to try to get the bear to the animal shelter tonight.
Lauren calls an expert for help.
Oh, I got the bear. He's probably 4 months old. He's been in here for a couple hours, and I'm sure that he's hungry. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, bye.
Seward Animal Control arrives,
Hello.
and the team prepares to safely retrieve the cub.
This is a log truck, and then the catch pole, and I got these 2.
You want to throw it in there? You want me to?
You see him? I'll throw it.
Yeah, he's in the back corner, so what we're going to do is open up the door, throw a bunch of dog food in the back of the shack here, get the bear to go back to the back of the shack, and then we're going to throw this dog trap in there.
They wait for the bear to take the bait.
He's down here. We'll give him a second. Hopefully he'll make his way to the back here pretty soon. He's really hungry. He was eating cigarette butts and biting on rock stars here a little while ago.
He's looking. And he's sniffing it.
There you
go.
go.
To the back. Turn, go. There it goes.
They see their chance and make their move.
Okay, go. Okay, he's coming, so be ready. Here he comes. There he goes. Put it down.
There we go.
Well, that worked out good, huh?
You never done that before?
Exactly.
The animal shelter will take the cub for the night before handing him off to his next destination.
We have a wildlife refuge for abandoned cubs and orphaned wildlife babies. They take these animals and they raise them up, and people can go view them in a wildlife viewing. And down the road, you know, this bear might end up in a zoo somewhere. You just never know.